Hey, what's up, guys? It's just Shaker Reviews, and behind me is a beautiful 2009 Toyota Yaris. Now you may be looking at it like, wait, Jake, that doesn't really look like a Yaris. It looks, I don't know, way different than, you know, the Yaris you buy from Hertz. Well, that's because this Yaris is modified to the brim. So this isn't your typical honest review. It's a new type of review, honest modified reviews. It's gonna be a little bit different from the honest review, but this is still unhonest review, so let's go ahead and go into history. Back in the 90s, Toyota was like, yeah, let's replace our sedan. With what? We're gonna call it, let's call it the Yaris, but that's not selling in North America because it's a weird name. Now, funny thing, the name comes from the Greek goddess Charis, of which was of love, wisdom, and a bunch of other things. And then back in the this is the second generation. This was the first generation that all the models were named Yaris. Before then, only some countries had Yaris. All the models had, I forget what it was called, something else that was weird. I didn't know why Toyota did that. That's them. That's what they do. All right, now me chit-chat. Let's just take a walk around this thing. All right, guys. Here is the wonderful owner, Alex. He has a YouTube channel called Egg and Tech. Be sure to check him out. All right, what have you done to it?
So we'll start in front here. See the hell horns behind the grill. I got a tow hook mounted license plate just for my my vanity plate here for the Enterprise. Something cool I got dragged on. Under the hood here, there's not a whole lot going on. It used to be supercharged. I had a Blitz supercharger. I put a Zage turbo kit on it. Unfortunately, due to this engine management I was using, I wasn't able to get a good tune on it. So right now, it's back to naturally aspirated with the Golden Eagle intake manifold. It's got the 1ZZ throttle body, Weaponar intake, the Ultra Racing strut bars. There's one in the front, one in the rear. It's got an Ultra Racing rear sway bar. Right here, I've got a Mishimoto oil catch can, and that's really about it for the front.
How much power is it making?
It's only making about 100 of the wheels. It's not really a very powerful engine.
Oh. So it's not really fast. It's just.
Yeah, it's really not very powerful. This hood is it's a micro image vented fiberglass hood.
Nice.
It's kind of like Toyota Celica style. These wheels are SSR Type F wheels. They're 16x7.
Oh, they look nice.
Thanks, man. They're wrapped in Dunlop Dureza Z2 Star specs. I just put some Carbotech brakes. It's got Motul 600 RBF racing brake fluid. Rally armor mud flaps. Coilovers are slip and roll coilovers. It's got TRD bushings, front and rear, and this is the TRD rally style wing. It came painted like that. It's a micro image tow hook. This is a Tanabe exhaust. It's a custom mandrel bent exhaust. Not really a lot going on in the back. I got the seats folded back, but there's the Ultra Racing strut bar in the back. Inside, again, not really a whole lot I've done. It's got a weighted shift knob extension, shifter bushings, and 2 short shift kits.
It's pretty nice.
And that's really about it in terms of this car.
It looks like a big egg.
Yeah, that's kind of what people say about it. But it's fun.
Now, did that come natural, the TRD badge, or did you?
No, I put that on. Originally, this car was my dad's. He traded in our '92 Toyota Previa. That's why the Vietnam veteran sticker.
Oh, wow.
People ask me about that. So it used to be his car. I bought it from him, and I said, you know what? Let's make it fun. Let's make it exciting. So from there, I went on from there. It's a pretty fun car.
How long did it take you to get it this way?
Well, I've had it the past 10 years, so it's kind of been a slow process over the past 10 years. But it's been really fun.
All right, let's hop inside, guys.
Yeah. The lightweight flywheel.
Is it like is it picky clutch, or is it check this out, guys. That's a big slam. Yeah. Oh my god, you have the same
Like a
key.
same key.
KMZ design as me. To start this car, this is a manual. So first, make sure it's in neutral. That's in neutral. Put your foot on the brake and the clutch.
And install it.
Oh, didn't realize it wasn't. That was in gear.
Whoops.
Trying to find neutral here. Okay, I think that's neutral. That neutral. That neutral. Yep.
You found it.
Found it. All right, guys. Sorry, this car wasn't in neutral, and I forget sometimes. All right. So what have you done to it in the interior?
Let's see. Well, I forgot to mention the lightweight flywheel. I haven't really done much in the interior. I had a other head unit. This is the original Toyota one, but what I did do is, this is not the original gauge cluster.
Oh, wow.
The car comes with only the speedometer, which is kind of weird for, I think, a manual car.
Wait, you don't know how your revs?
Yeah, it doesn't come with a tachometer stock. So this is a cluster from an automatic, and I had it programmed to have my mileage on it, and I also had it, the LEDs changed from yellow, like the amber color, to white. There's a guy who used to be on Yaris World. His name was CT Scott. Shout out to Scott there. And I sent him my old gauge cluster and said, hey, well, actually, I sent him this cluster, and he programmed it and changed the LEDs for me. That's about all I've really done. Inside here, there's a couple gauges. There's air fuel ratio, boost vacuum, and then oil pressure. That's for when it was boosted.
Did you put this on yourself?
I had a little bit of help with the wiring with that.
That's cool, because the way you made it looks like Toyota put this on there from factory.
It's not quite the exact color. I tried to match it as best I could, but you can see it's a little bit more bluer than the other side. But for the most part, that's how it came.
I like this little vinyl. Did it come like this?
Yeah, everything else like that, it just came the way it was.
It's a weird looking car.
It's unusual, yeah.
I like it, but it's weird. It's a good weird. It's like those people from India. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're cool, but the some things to do is like it's a little weird. You know what I mean? And it's a little. And normally, I like how it's like tachometer and all that's in the middle, and that right here.
Yeah.
It's like a Tesla. They put it right there, and it's like. But have you had any trouble driving with that being in the middle, or is it just something you get used to?
No, not really. It's really not that much of a problem. Most people say, oh, I don't know if I could get used to that, but it's really not that much different than driving normally. You just glance down and there's your gauges. It's really not that much different than driving a normal car.
Alright guys, we'll put you on the head mount and then we're going to drive it. So unfortunately, when I thought I was recording the whole time when I pressed the button, because usually when you, in order for this GoPro, you press the button for the record like anything other, I thought it was recording me driving the car. Well, when I got back, when I pressed the record to stop recording, it was recording. I'm like, oh crap. So I didn't get any footage. So the whole time when I thought it was recording, it wasn't recording. And when I thought it wasn't recording, it was recording. So I apologize for that. So next review, I'll be sure I press the button and make sure it's recording. So I just want to apologize. So this review doesn't have me driving the car. I just want to apologize. But I did drive the car. It was a fun car. It was really fun to drive. You're gonna see in a few seconds what really give kind of like a third person, second hand one. It's like to drive the car from him, because he's gonna be ripping around. It's going to show what it really do. I didn't really get to go that fast, but really I was just seeing what the car looks like to drive. It drives like a front-wheel drive Miata. If you know how Miata drives, it drives kind of like that, but front-wheel drive. It's a fun car to drive. I absolutely love to drive with it. And enough me chit-chatting. Here's a clip of the owner, ripping around some roads. Well, parking lot. But so it's a road. Hey guys, I did drive it. You don't believe me? Well, he saw it. He was with me.
I witnessed it.
There we go. You're gonna break my sunglasses? That was awesome. Alright. That was fun. Alright guys, here's the honest review of this 2009 Yaris and the new honest modified review of this 2009 Yaris. Absolutely love the way this car drives. It's a fantastic fun car to drive. But if you do drive the Scorp, specifically if you drive one that has a lightweight clutch, you need to be careful with it. Unlike other clutches that the cars are reviewed, this clutch you have to be very, very gentle with it. You can't just be fast with it. When I thought I was recording, I stalled it at least 3-4 times because I was just being too fast with it. But when I finally relaxed and just be very patient with the car, it got up and went. It's just kind of what you have to do. It's a fun car, but you have to be patient with it. And I have a hard time with patience, and that's what I like about this car. It teaches you to be patient. And if you're just not a patient person, this is a car to great. It will teach you to be patient because you can't just be fast with it. She ain't gonna let you go off with her. It's like, no, I ain't gonna let you take me anywhere. That's what she says. But if you're patient with her and be easy with the girl, she lets you have some fun with her. And once you get it going, she's the most easiest car to drive. That's a little biased, but you get the point. It's so much fun to drive. It goes around touring. It's fun around the corners. It's easy to shift gears. I mean, I had so much fun shifting that thing. She's just a fun drive. You just gotta be gentle with her. And that's just the way these cars are. So, in terms of modifications, I love the way he did with it. I do like the lightweight clutch, even though I had a hard time getting up and go. But again, it taught me some patience, which everyone needs some patience. And I love the way the wheels. I love the way the tachometer. He took out the gauges to put new gauges out. I love the way he did. They look much better than the stock one. It's just a fun car to drive. I would drive this car every single day if I own it. It's just a fun car to have. I love the struts. I love the rear roll cage bars he put in. I love what he did with the engine. He made this car a beautiful masterpiece. He took I like the car, but not everyone likes it. He took by most a boring, plain looking car, and he made it look cool. And that's hard, really, really hard to do, especially with this car in particular. I mean, with the Mitsubishi Mirai, I think that's what it's called. No, Mirage. That car's such blandly, like, how could you possibly make that look cool? Here's a Yaris, here's a similar car somebody took and made it look cool. Alex is a smart man, and I hope he goes far, because look at what he can do. He can make boring cars look cool. And it's just kind of what this cool guy does. He has an other car I'm gonna be reviewing as well, but this is just one of the amazing things he has. So as always, this has been Just Check Reviews. If you're not subscribed already, be sure to press the subscribe button and press the bell so you stay up to date to all of the videos I'm doing. And that's about it. That's all I have for you guys. I'll see you next video. Later.